Sometimes you guys might have data and there might accidentally be some duplicate entries. And to clean up your data, you want to remove those duplicates. Well, if you have a spreadsheet that goes on for 500 rows or more, you're not going to want to individually go through and look for those duplicates. So what you can do instead is go to the Data tab, the Data Tools group, and you can choose Remove Duplicates. At this point, it's going to ask where you want to look for those duplicates. Well, it's okay that I have cat and dogs that are duplicated, because this is an animal clinic, so I'm going to uncheck that. And we're going to have duplicate breeds. I'm going to uncheck that. We're going to have duplicate male and female, but I don't want duplicate patient names. So I'm going to check off patient name, choose OK, and it's going to let me know here that I have 52 values that it found and removed. And that is a quick way to remove duplicates. You can also go into data validation and you can have it circle invalid data. You can set up certain types of data validations and have error alerts that pop up. So if we want to make sure that we only are allowing people to enter in a date in a certain cell or column, we can do that. Or we can only allow them to enter in a whole number, and you give the information, and then you can enter in the input and error messages. So this is data validation. If you have really long spreadsheets, another thing you might want to do is set the print options. So one thing that you can do is go to page layout. Right here under print titles, you can specify if there are any rows that you want to repeat on every page. So if you have a lot of data, you want it to print these header rows on every page. So I would select row 5 to ensure that that row would be printed on every page. And you can do a print preview to see what that would look like to make sure that you had done that correctly. And if you notice, I'm on page 2, but the row headers are still there, and so on. While we're in print preview, under file print, you've got options. Do you want to print a certain selection, the entire workbook, only active sheets? You can print all of page 1 to print first, then all of page 2, then all of page 3. That's called uncollated. You can choose margins and then scaling. Do you want to make sure that it fits all of the columns on one page or all of the rows on one page? And when you do that, it's going to kind of shrink it down to fit. The final thing we want to discuss are images. Sometimes you might have an image on your spreadsheet, and if you want to adjust it a certain way, double-click the image, you'll get the format options. We've got color, artistic effects, picture effects, borders. You can send it backwards, bring it forward, and then we can even add specific rotation options. So you go to more rotation options, and it will allow you to rotate it a certain degree. So I could enter in something like 10 degrees, and it's going to rotate that image as you see over here.